Yes, I want you to hashtag pretty people. You are a pretty person. Yes, hello, pretty people. It's a Monday, magical Monday. Yes, money making Monday, marvelous Monday. What you want to call it? Hello, pretty people. Hashtag to all the pretty people. You are a pretty person to me because we crown our kings and queens over here. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So you are a pretty person. If you're a friend, a fan, a follower, a family member, you're my people. You're my people. You're the pretty people. So make sure you go to JerushaWiggins.com, grab some pretty people merchandise. I'm in love with my pretty people water bottle. Yes, stainless steel, cold items of beverage last for 8 hours. Hot beverages last for 8 hours. I'm like, yes. And so, yes, I love my merchandise. Yes, all of it says pretty people and has the crown over the people because you're my people. And so, girl, don't let your crown slip. I'm going to put it back on. So I want to celebrate you. Hello, gorgeous. Yes. And then, of course, I have the coffee mug as well. So when you see me sipping tea, it says pretty people. I'm like, yes, good to see you too. So I'm excited. So this is the deal. I'm going to share really quickly with you some things that I did to get organized in my business. So if that's you, go ahead and tag 2 people and share the broadcast because organization is important to see success faster. So we're going to go over what that looks like, some different apps that I'm going to share with you on how to get organized faster. And if that's something that you know you need, this is the page for you. If you want some motivation, inspiration, and business tips, this is the page for you. It's going down. And so if you are a newbie to me, put newbie in the chat. Say I'm a newbie, Jerusha. That just means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. And of course, if you watch the replay, put replay, but you tag and share. You and I just became besties. We're like best friends. You can ask me any business question. I'll answer you privately or I'll teach on that subject because you tagged and shared. Hello, gorgeous. Say hi, Jerusha. Let me know you're in the building. Tanisha's in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, I actually speak back. Good to see your beautiful faces on this Monday. How many of you worked your businesses this weekend? I went live on Saturday and I was like fired up. I was like, let's get that money over this weekend. The holidays are coming. So I hope you have a plan of action. If you do not, that's why we're going to get you organized. So you have a plan of action. Yes. You're doing your IPAs every single day. What's an IPA? An income producing activity. So if you're joining me, I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach. And I help people build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threats. But currently my focus, I'm developing 100 new entrepreneurs in my business. Yes, in my organization, 100 women, 100 families, 100 lives, helping 100 people have financial freedom is going down. So if you want to learn more about the 100, put 100 in the chat. I'm super excited about the 100s. I'm hashtagging 100s, everything. I'm like putting 100 every single place in my life to keep my eyes on the prize. I'm like 100 is happening. And so I'm talking top producers. I've developed thousands of people in my business, but I'm talking 100 leaders. Yes, 100. Yes, craziness, right? So this is the thing. The goal isn't to live forever. It's to create something that will. And so when I pour into people and I say, share the broadcast, because I want you to share with your business besties, your team, your whomever. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world, right? And so knowledge is the new rich. And so I want to make sure that I leave something that's going to live far longer than I have, especially in my boys. And so, yes, I'm excited about it. So my question to you is, and I'm going to give you some organizational apps that I've used in the past, and I'll tell you the one that I use currently to keep my organization and my time, becoming a professional time thief. But let me ask you, how would you like to be remembered? I mean, because we all have an expiration date. Okay. I said the other day, 100 people die every minute. This could be your minute, right? So how would you like to be remembered? I want to be remembered as Jerusha Wiggins, great mom, a woman of God. She helped 100 women get started in business, or men, earning a 6 or 7 figure income. Yes, she was a self-made millionaire. She developed infinite players. Yes. She was the #1 producer in her company. She's a best-selling author. She's a top motivational speaker. She graced the cover of top magazines for her community service. She traveled the world with her family. Yeah, she vowed never to be broke another day in her life. She created generational wealth for her children. She reached the highest rank in her business. She's a visionary, a record breaker. She is Jerusha Wiggins. Doesn't that sound good? Doesn't that sound powerful? Wasn't that powerful? Wasn't that amazing? Doesn't it sound like Jerusha lived a full life? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want my obituary to say. That's how I want to be remembered. Like, I want all those things. That I made a difference, and my difference continues to live long after my death. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Think about it. So the work that you're doing right now will impact others long after you're gone. That's why I want to help 100 people. Legacy for me is a big, big deal. What about for you? Hashtag legacy. Legacy is not leaving something for people. It's leaving something in people. And so I want to be remembered in that way. And so I don't know if you guys ever heard this story. Does this make sense? Yes. Hashtag legacy. Yes. It's all about leaving a legacy. Write that question down. How would you like to be remembered? Write it down. And then I want you as your homework to answer it. You don't have to answer it now. Answer it. I don't know if you guys remember, like 100 and some years ago, there was a man looking in the morning newspaper. Do people even look at the newspaper, right? Do you even get the newspaper? Like, be honest. Do you even get it? Probably not. It's on your phone, right? But there was a man, my grandfather used to get the newspaper. My dad, like, they used to read it all the time. And so there was this man, he looked in the morning newspaper, and to his surprise, his name was in the obituary. Have you heard this before? And so the newspaper had reported he was obviously passed, but it was the wrong person. So they made a mistake. And so he was reading what people had said about him. And so the obituary read something like, Dynamite King dies. He was a merchant of death. And so this man was actually the inventor of dynamite. And so when he read that that's how he was going to be remembered, just a merchant of death, he was like, I don't want to be remembered that way. I've done a lot of things. I'm going to do a lot of things. And so he got in touch with his feelings and decided that this was not the way he wanted to be remembered. So from that day, he started working toward peace. And so his name today is what? Alfred Nobel. And he's remembered today by the great Nobel Prize. And so he got in touch with what he needed to do. He got organized. He redefined his value, and he stepped up. We can do the same thing. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. You're listening to the sound of my voice. God is not through with you yet. I'm telling you, he woke you up this morning. He's not through with you yet. He's not through with me yet. So what is your legacy going to be? Life is about making an impact, not just making an income. Income is good, but that's not the only thing that we're doing, right? How would you like to be remembered? Write it down. Will you be spoken well of? Will people remember you to be a loving, respectful person? Will you be missed? Unfortunately, some people are not going to be missed, right? So when people think of you, they're like, what do they think of? What do you bring to the table? Or are you the table? I'm the table, baby. So did you live the life you've always imagined? And if you haven't, we're going to start today. So let's talk about you being organized. And so I read something. I'm going to read this to you. Oh my gosh. I read something that was so cute. Listen, write this down. Work for a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not to impress. Don't strive to make your presence noticed. Just make your absence felt. I was like, yes, I need to make my absence felt. So what are you doing today on this Monday to leave your legacy? Think about your legacy because you're writing it every single day. We have to be organized in our daily task to be successful. And so what does your to-do list look like? What's your IPA for today? How many people are you contacting today? What's your daily communication like? A lack of organization can be a substantial obstacle in your effort to reach your legacy goal. And so I have to be organized. Like, I knew I was going live at 1:30. I know I go live at lunchtime. Like, that's a scheduled IPA for me. And so if I looked at your calendar, can I tell that you're building something great? Or is there anything on your calendar? Or you're the person that said, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, but it's actually not written. It has to be written. Write the vision, make it plain. So improper planning and disorder can make your work seem unnecessary. I mean, it's going to seem hectic. You're going to be stressed out. And so most people don't accomplish much in life because they're not organized. And we want to change that. And so you can think you're organized, but if you use an app that tells you what you're doing in the course of the day, you might find out that you're not as organized. And we want to change that. So who wants to get organized? Yes or yes, say Richard. That's me. Put yes in the chat. Who wants to get promoted? Yes, yes, yes. And who wants to learn a new skill? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So here's an app that I use. So there are several apps. Obviously, do your own research. I'm just going to share with you ones that I have used. And these are some of the top apps that will help you become more organized in building your legacy. The first app is Wonderlist. Are you familiar with that? Wonderlist, and it's spelled with a U, like W-U-N, Wonderlist. Now, this app can manage your day-to-day activities. It's like your to-do list. And so what's free is a piece of paper and a pen, to-do list. What's free is your cell phone. It has notes in it, right? But if you need an app, right, then that is one that I did use. I don't use it now, but I enjoyed it. So if you need something to keep you on track, use an app. Use a tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. Don't be a fool. Use that tool. You got it? Yes or yes. So I'm learning something new every day. So you guys are my people. Listen, think about this. We used to have answering machines. How many of you remember answering machines? Now, if you're in if you're a 2000 baby, you don't know what that is. Okay. So how many of you used to have answering machines? Now we have voicemail on our cellular devices, right? How many of you, be honest in the chat, me, Jerusha, okay? How many of you used cameras, like Kodak cameras? Now we use our cell phone device to take pictures. Yes, anybody? And how many of us used to have a road atlas or map for direction? Now we have MapQuest on our what? Cell phone. Now this cell phone is something, right? And so we used to have dictionaries, encyclopedias. Now we have Google. Okay. I'm older than Google. Google was born in 1998, I think. I'm older than Google, and it helps me stay organized. Okay. So why let the seasons of life change? Why let technology change and you stay the same? Nothing changes if nothing changes. You got to be willing to change to get organized to see more success. Nothing, write this down. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And so another cool app is Evernote. Now, a lot of people know about this. It's not like new or anything, right? So another cool app, write this down. A pretty person is putting this in the chat for me. Evernote, which I think a lot of people have heard of it or used it at some point. If not, that may solve some of your disorganized problems. Evernote is used almost every day for like tasks, personal records, saving documents, receipts. And in business, it really helps you with your tracking your expenses. You can scan paper bills. You can scan invoices. I like that you can save PDFs. So you can do a lot of different things with just that one app. Write that down. Pretty person, put this on TikTok and Instagram. If you haven't heard of it, go Google it. Do a tutorial on YouTube so you can see how it works. You know, this thing that people don't use as much as they should is Google. It's my boyfriend. I use it all the time. So Evernote allows you to save important information like alarm codes. Like if you have passwords and you never can remember your password, you might want to do that. Or your emergency contacts, your insurance papers, anything like that, your family stuff, all of that probably you can put in Evernote. So it's totally up to you how much you want to use it for. But it's been very useful. I loved it. And so, yes, so I'm telling you, there's one for you. So there's so many. And if you already have one, do me a favor, put it in the chat for me so other people can look into those, because that's what we're here for, to celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. And so if you use one and you love it, put it in the chat so you guys can go check it out and see if it's something that you would like to use. Now, what I will tell you, if you love this type of training and you want some serious training from me, one-on-one coaching, I do have a 6-month program. It's unbelievable. I was like, oh my gosh, because I want to be able to get in there with you, understand your business, understand your needs, and teach you what is necessary to grow your businesses. Now, my 3-day ride, it starts tomorrow. Yes, this is like my simple, quick 3 days of coaching you how to find your ideal prospect. Yes, how to recruit like a top earner in 3 days. Yes, in 3 days. I enroll new people every single week. So I know a thing or two about recruiting people. I know a thing or two about starting conversations. I know a thing or two about converting those people into your organization. I know a thing or two about overcoming objections. I know a thing or two about follow-up. I know a thing or two about upselling. And so, and TikTok and Reels. And let me tell you, I don't know which platform you guys are using. I use all of them because I'm streaming in more than one place. But the one that is growing like crazy is still Facebook. I mean, Facebook Reels, short form video, is growing like crazy. Now, I am consistent. Now, people often ask, well, how did you get your account? I'm pretty consistent. And so I think you might want to use this app called Procrastor App. If you're that person that, I don't even believe in procrastination. I just believe it's not that important to you yet. But that's what the app is called, Procrastor App. And look it up. And so this app helps prevent procrastination. Now, for me, I schedule, I'm going to post one time a day. I actually post every day. I just recently didn't do it. But for the last 3 years when I got online, I just started doing this, guys, like 3 years. Right before the pandemic. So if I can do it consistently, posting every single day, and I post it in a group, in 10 different groups every single day. Now, that's why I said I'm pretty consistent, but I also schedule it because it's important to me. And so it's not like I wake up and say, well, what am I going to post today? Like my post today, I already knew what I was posting yesterday for today. And so if you're doing videos, you can save all these videos and you'll always have something to post. And so that's a part of being organized. And so a part of your problem is you don't even know one day from the next of what you're going to be posting and how you're going to attract people to you. It's called Procrastor App. Okay. And so I just saved somebody's life. Okay. So it prevents you from procrastination. And it's funny because the way the app works, so Google it so you can see it. So this is what you needed today, right? So see, this app is pretty intuitive in that you can let it know why you're procrastinating. And for example, you would tell the app, for instance, you'll tell the app, you feel the project is too big. So if you told the app, hey, I feel this project is too big, the app will prompt you on how to take the next step. Okay. So you will follow the steps and complete the project. That's pretty cool, right? And so I like it because it also has a timer. I'm a timer person. Like I timed this live. I already know I got 1:30 to 2:30 to do this live. I mean, 1:30 to 2, not 2:30, 1:30 to 2 to do this live. So I time myself. So I think that's important for you as well. If you're the type of person that you feel overwhelmed, you have 5,000 projects, but none of them are getting completed, you need an app. Use a tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. And so that is my suggestion. So what I can tell you now, the one that I use, I told you I try to try a lot of different ones. The one that I use today, I'll tell you that in a moment. But do me a favor. If you know you need this type of training, the 3-day rise starts tomorrow. I'll be live tonight about 8:30. So make sure you tag 2 people and share the broadcast. I'm going to have a client on who took the 3-day rise so you can hear her experience. But I have not had, I'm just thankful, this is not bragging, anyone say it wasn't worth it. Every single person said it was worth it. Now you got to implement if you get in a 3-day ride. It's the ride of your life. And so I give you scripts. I give you, yes, not just the beginning of a script, all of them. And so if you didn't get in this, it's not too late. You still could. If you didn't get in this influencer recruiting script training that was done by Michelle Cunningham, my training was in here, but my training only, and I'm gonna tell you, my training was in here. A lot of top producers were in here. Well, I can't find it now. So if you didn't get this, I would grab this because we have different businesses, different backgrounds, different degrees, all the things, different products. And to hear 22 top influencers tell you how they start conversations is pretty phenomenal. Now, for me, I'm the person, I am a script person because I never sold anything. I never had a business till my first business. Okay. So it wasn't like 50,000 companies prior to my company. No. And so what I can tell you in here, this is great. So you'll have this for life. Yes, the link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. But what I wanted to say is if you're in the 3-day ride, guess what? You're going to have several scripts. And so I don't just give one. So if you love that one, baby, I give them all in the 3-day ride. So hashtag 3-day ride, but the link is in the bio. When I'm done with this broadcast, I'm going to put it in the chat. The link is in the bio. So wherever my name is in my profile, you'll see my link tree. You can click it. It says 3-day ride. That's for you. Okay. I can tell you, I didn't know I would be good at building a business. And I certainly didn't know I would be good at building a business online. I did not want to come online. That's why I birthed the 3-day ride. That's why I can teach how I went to 100,000 followers in 9 months, because I did it making mistakes, falling forward. And so I put it together for those of you that are not getting the success you want online. Obviously, I'm not guaranteeing, I am guaranteeing you're going to see some big results. But I'm not saying you're going to get to 100,000, but you will definitely grow. Okay. And so I didn't know that this was a better way. And so if you're that person, you're on the fence, girl, make a decision, because indecision is a decision. Indecision is a decision. So Jerusha said it is a decision. And so I didn't know I would be good at building a business and, be an influencer. All of that scared me. And I know people think you're not scared because you show up. Yeah, it did initially, but I continued to be consistent and I showed up. I didn't know that I dreamed of traveling more all over the world with my family. I didn't know that I dreamed of helping more people. I didn't know that I dreamed of helping 100 people until I started doing it. So you actually have to go ahead and start before you're perfect. You got to start when you don't know anything. That was me. You have to build your dreams. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to help build theirs. Write that down. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to help build theirs. So hashtag 3-day ride. If that's something you know you need, you've been struggling, and we don't want to struggle, girl. We don't need to struggle. We don't want to struggle. Denise is in the building. Denise is registered for the 3-day ride. Bianca's registered for the 3-day ride. Yes. Yvonne is in the building. Yes, this is me. Okay, good. Yes. Annie is in the building. I appreciate your time. Listen, make sure you put it in the chat. So the one that I use currently is Time Tune. Okay, the app that I currently use to keep myself on track and to keep myself organized. Time, like a tune, Tune. So it's called Time Tune. That's the one that I use currently, and I suggest that you try it because you will see how much time you actually have. Because most people excuses, they don't have time. But when you get that app and you have to account for every single hour, and if you did nothing, I put miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is probably, prepping for dinner tonight, even commuting time. I put commuting time. I had to be up at 4 a.m. this morning, and I had to take my son somewhere, and then I had an appointment. And so all of that I put in the app. And so it works well for me. So I can see, okay, I took a nap from whatever time to whatever time. I'm on this live from 1:30 to 2. Boom, it's going to go off in a minute. Like every single moment is timed out. So when I look at my IPAs for the day, my income producing activities, I know what I did and know what I didn't do. And so you can expect more success if you didn't do nothing. You can expect to have a big business when you look at your time and you didn't do nothing. So you've got to become a professional time thief, okay? You got to be focused on your IPAs every single day. So if this helped you become a little bit more organized, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. If this was helpful, say to Richard, hashtag helpful. If this was helpful to you, now you know what you need to do now, today, starting today. Tomorrow is today. You got it. Yes, legacy, hashtag legacy. Yes, I love it. Yes, that's what it's called. So if you love this, please make sure you share the broadcast. I'm just really thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Teresa, and I see you on the page. Oh, you're welcome. She said, thank you. You're welcome. I'll see you later on tonight at 8